My mother always said she loved both her daughters equally. But that was a lie. I realized the truth the day she looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Beta, you'll understand. Your sister needs this more than you." She wasn't giving her money. She wasn't giving her attention. She was giving her whole life to my sister. And me? I was just the leftover child. Until the day I discovered her secret. A secret so big. It flipped our entire family upside down. Growing up, my sister Aisha was the princess of the house. If she cried, Mom ran. If I cried, Mom asked, "For Southeast drama shuru?" Aisha got the best dresses. I got hand-me-downs. She got birthday parties. I got budget gifts. She got love. I got responsibility. But I kept quiet, because that's what the older daughter is supposed to do, right? At least that's what Mom always told me. Everything exploded the day Mom announced, "We're giving Aisha the upstairs portion of the house. You'll live downstairs with Cha-Cha's old furniture." I stared at her. "Mom, I paid for the renovation. Main any paint furniture. Sab kuch karwaya tha." But she didn't care. Aisha walked in, smiling like she won a lottery. "Di tum ko problem hai kia hai? Tum to simple ray leti ho." Simple. That one word cracked something inside me. But the real betrayal came 2 months later. I had been saving for years for my master's degree abroad. It was my dream. My one dream. I kept the money in a joint safe at home, Mom insisted. One day I opened it. Empty. Every single rupee gone. I felt my chest tighten. I called Mom immediately. "Mom. Safe kali hai. Mary fees." She cut me off casually. "Han beta. Aisha ka wedding emergency aa gaya tha. Tum samaj jayo. Tum to strong ho." My knees almost buckled. And Mom, that was my future. But she didn't even flinch. "Hum family hain. Tum hurry duty banti hai. Tum batty ho. Tum sacrifice cardi ho." That day something inside me died. And something else was born. One night while crying in the storeroom, I found an old metal box behind Dad's books. Inside it papers, documents, letters, photos, and one line repeated again and again. "She can never know. It will destroy everything." At first I didn't understand. Then I saw it. A birth certificate. Not mine. Not Aisha's. My mother's name was there. But the father's name was not my father. My hands froze. My entire world flipped. And that's when I realized. My mom didn't choose Aisha because she loved her more. She chose her because she feared me. Because I was the only one who could expose her biggest secret. The secret that could destroy the family she built on lies. I sat on the floor, that birth certificate trembling in my hands. My mother. The woman who worshipped appearances. The woman who controlled my entire life. The woman who chose my sister again and again over me. Had been hiding a secret for over 25 years. Aisha was Dad's daughter. But I was not. My real father was someone else. A name I had never heard. A man my mother erased from existence. A man she pretended never existed. And suddenly it all made sense. Why she treated me differently. Why she never hugged me the way she hugged Aisha. Why every sacrifice was forced on me. Why my dreams never mattered. Why she always pushed me away but pulled Aisha close. Because every time she looked at me, she didn't see a daughter. She saw a mistake. A reminder of a past she buried. And she spent her whole life punishing me for it. The anger started in my stomach. Then climbed to my chest. Then burned through my throat. All these years. All the humiliation. All the sacrifices. All the love I begged for. It wasn't favoritism. It was guilt. And fear. And shame. Her shame. And she hid it by destroying me. I stood up wiping my tears. "No more," I whispered. "No. More." For the first time. I wasn't the obedient daughter. I wasn't the quiet older sister. I wasn't the sacrifice. I was a woman who finally understood her worth. And I was about to take back everything she stole from me. Mom grabbed my hand, crying hysterically. "Beta, please. Aisha ko mat bateo. Wo tut jayeji. Wo confuse ho jayeji. Wo hum sab ko chordeji." I pulled my hand away. "Why? You didn't care when you were breaking me." She sobbed harder. "Main galat ti. Mujzi galti ho gai. Bis Aisha ko bachalo." Her desperation was almost pathetic. But now I understood something. For the first time in my life, the power was in my hands. Not hers. Not Aisha's. Mine. And I intended to use every bit of it. I folded my arms. Okay. If you want me to stay quiet, if you want this secret buried, then you will follow MY rules. Mom looked up terrified. K Countessy rules? I smiled slowly. The ones that will fix the 25 years of injustice you created. Mom was shaking, clutching the table like the world was slipping from under her feet. Rules? She whispered, terrified. I nodded slowly. Rule number 1, I said calmly. You will return every rupee of my master's fund. She blinked fast, panicked. Lekin beta. Wo paisai to Aisha ki shaadi. Not my problem. My voice didn't rise. But the silence became sharp. Aisha's mouth fell open. Mom used your savings for my wedding? I didn't even look at her. Rule number 2, I continued. The upstairs portion goes to me. Effective immediately. Mom gasped. Aisha stood up angrily. Dee, you can't just. I finally looked at her. Aisha. My tone sliced. You took my room. My dreams. My future. This house was the one thing I invested in. And now I'm taking back what's mine. Aisha stepped back, stunned. But Mom. Mom was shaking the most. Beta, please log kia kahenge. I leaned in close. You didn't think of log kia kahenge when you lied for 25 years. Now you don't get to speak. She went silent. For the first time in my life. She obeyed. That evening I called a family meeting. Cha-cha, chachi, cousins, everyone came. Mom looked pale. Aisha was angry and confused. Dad sat quietly, sensing something was wrong. I didn't waste time. I placed the documents on the table. Today, I'm telling the truth. Mom grabbed my arm under the table. Beta, please, Matt Caro. I pulled my hand away. Why not? You had no problem destroying MY life. Dad frowned. Yekia bat horahi hai? I took a slow breath. But before I could speak, Mom suddenly stood up. I'll tell them, she whispered. Her voice shook as she looked at the entire family. Wo Mary Galti hai. Marine. Mary Badiwali. She is not his daughter. Silence. Pin drop silence. Dad's face fell. The room froze. Aisha started crying. Chachi covered her mouth. Mom continued, breaking down completely. I made a mistake before marriage. I hid it. I punished her for it. I thought, if I kept her small, she would never ask questions. She sobbed uncontrollably. Dad stood up slowly. His voice cracked. Marine, you lived 25 years like this? I swallowed hard. Yes. He walked toward me and placed a hand on my shoulder. Something he hadn't done in years. Beta, you should have told me. I looked into his eyes. You never asked. Everything changed after that moment. Dad moved toward Mom. You treated her differently because of your mistake? You made her sacrifice everything? You stole her education money. Mom fell to her knees, crying loudly. I was scared. I was weak. I loved you. I didn't want to lose you. Dad closed his eyes, deeply hurt. For 25 years, you let her suffer. Chachi stepped forward angrily. Marine, you should have told us. We would have supported you. But I raised my hand. This isn't about punishing. This is about correcting. Everyone turned to me. I looked at Dad. Dad, I don't want to break this family. I want fairness. That's all I ever wanted. He nodded slowly. You'll have it. Then he turned to Mom. From today, Marine makes the rules. My mother's eyes widened. Dad had chosen me. Not her. Not her lies. Not her image. For the first time, I felt like someone saw my pain. The next morning Dad called a lawyer. He made it official. Heavy check mark upstairs portion transferred to me. Heavy check mark full refund of my education fund. Heavy check mark monthly stipend for my master's degree. Heavy check mark Aisha's wedding budget was reduced. Heavy check mark my name added to family assets equally. Mom cried silently through the entire signing. But I didn't feel joy. I felt closure. Justice, but the quiet kind. Aisha hugged me afterward, sobbing. Dee, I didn't know. I swear. I thought you just didn't like me. I held her gently. It wasn't your fault. You were raised to believe you deserved everything. She cried harder. For the first time, she saw me as a sister, not a shadow. That night, Mom came to my room. Her face was swollen from crying. Beta, can I talk? I nodded. She sat on the floor, not even on the bed. Like she didn't deserve to. I was wrong, she whispered. Every single day. I was wrong. I said nothing. She continued. When I looked at you, I saw the man who hurt me, the mistake I made, and instead of healing, I punished the child who wasn't responsible. Tears slid down her face. You didn't deserve any of it. My throat tightened. I didn't forgive her. Not yet. But I said, you hurt me deeply. But if you truly try, maybe one day we can be mother and daughter again. She broke down in my lap, crying like she hadn't cried in years. Months passed. I got into my dream university. Dad proudly paid my fees. Aisha and I rebuilt our bond. Mom treated me with a softness I didn't recognize. She cooked my favorite meals. She checked on me every day. She apologized without excuses. She tried. And slowly, the walls inside me began to melt. Not because I forgot, but because she finally earned the chance to heal with me. If you've ever been treated like the unchosen child, remember this. Sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes it's about someone else's guilt, fear, or insecurities. But one day, your truth will rise. And when it does, don't shout. Don't break. Don't destroy. Just stand, speak, and reclaim what's yours. Because silence doesn't protect you. Truth does.